And good morning, good evening, good afternoon, students and psychology traders. How is everybody? Sound check, all good? All good. Happy Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. How is everybody? How do you like the picture, everybody? Nice picture, right? Nice picture. And what is saying the question below? It's even better, right? You might not like the quote. You might not like the question. But when trading is not going well after 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, where is a good place? It might not be the only place, but where is a good place to look? What's the answer? When trading is not going well after 5 years, is a good place to look the strategy? No. After 5 years, strategy is not a good place to look. No. Continue thinking, everybody. When trading is not going well after 5 years, where is a good place to look? Strategy, it's a no. We talked about this yesterday. 5 years, new course? I would say no. If you've done courses before, in 5 years, let's say that you've done 3-4 courses in 5 years. Another course, I would say no, this is not a problem. But you're getting there. Just keep looking at the picture. Just keep looking at the picture. With the coaches, the performance coach, right? In the advanced institutional trader course, I'm your performance coach. When we trade, I'm the head of trading. But when we are in the course, I'm your performance coach, right? My job is for you to make consistent money. And we have a joke, right? It's always, we found the enemy, and everybody's looking around. Where is it? Where is it? It's inside us. Exactly. When trading is not going well after 5 years, where is the good place to look? Inside me. Make sense, everybody? When trading is not going well for 5 years, a good place to look, it's inside us. 5 years? It's 5 years. I'm sorry I'm going to offend somebody, right? But, and not offend on purpose, but like Forex Rex last time from India talking that nothing wrong with trying for 13 years, nothing wrong. But he was saying, oh, but I'm still learning. Everybody take my word for it, because if you believe me, I'm going to save you time and money. Alright? Let me save you time and money. If trading is not going well after 5 years, you are not learning anything. Alright? Let me save you money and time. What's wrong with us? Nothing. Nothing wrong, but you are not learning anymore. I mean, you're not learning anything. Yes, I am. Well, think about 5 years. It's not 5 days, it's not 5 weeks. 5 years. Keep thinking. 5 years times 12 months. 60 months? And you are not consistently profitable after 60 months? Everybody, keep thinking. All right? I hope you accept what I'm telling you. If you are not making, after 5 years, you are not learning. You don't need to judge yourself, but you are not learning. Make sense? Something it's missing there. And you're looking at the picture. Yes, it's possible. Fair enough, my bad. Fair enough. It's possible that you've learned in the wrong way. Fair enough. It's possible that it's not psychological, but you've learned the wrong way, so now you need to unlearn. Does this make sense? Alright everybody, so let's continue. Yesterday we talked about the mind trap number 1. Today we have mind trap number 2. Do you have any questions about the mind trap number 1 from yesterday? If not, let's continue. Mind trap number 2. The need to always be right. The problem of taking losses. This is one of the big ones. Pen and paper. Let's write this down, everybody. Pen and paper. I cannot become a professional trader until I accept the risk. Boss, can you repeat please? Yes, sir. I cannot become a professional trader. Talking about retail traders, right? I cannot become a professional trader unless or until I accept risk. Does anybody know what does this mean? What does this mean to accept the risk? I have a brand new course for you in the advanced, in the Forex course 202. You can get it 50% off. Or 100% off, what the heck, you know. I'm trying to help you anyway. Does anybody know what does this mean? What does this mean? I need to accept the risk as a trader. Because unless I accept the risk, it's impossible for me and you to become a professional trader. Exactly. Accepting risk means that you make peace with losers, with losing trades. Alright? So, in my career, I identified, there are more, but I identified 5 mind traps. The number 1, you do have the psychological need to belong to a group. Okay, it's a program. You've been programmed to think like this. It's habitual thinking. All right. And the next one, it's another program that doesn't work in the financial markets. It's complicating the hell out of your trader's life. You have a program, everybody. You've been literally programmed, habitual thinking. You have the need to be right. So if you have the need to be right, can you accept risk? Can you accept the risk part of trading? No, you cannot. It's not that easy. I'm telling you, you know, it's a cliche quote. Oh, you know, losers are part of the game. Not that easy. For a beginner trader, intermediate trader, advanced trader. Some people are 7 years in the markets and still they didn't accept the risk. No money for them. I'm sorry to tell you, the strategy is not going to solve your problems. Is anybody in here arrogant enough to type in the chat that the strategy is the answer? YouTubers too, student traders on YouTube. Is anybody that arrogant? Type in the chat. No, boss, you are wrong. The strategy is the answer. The strategy is the holy grail. Is anybody that arrogant? Because I'm telling you, it's not. Yes, the strategy is important. We are using strategies. We are working with strategies. But unless you accept risk, the strategy is not going to help you. True or true? True, exactly. We are learning. So everybody, you are programmed to be right, okay? Now we have a problem of accepting risk and taking losers. Internalize this psychological concept. Risk management will protect you from the unpredictable markets. You must work on yourself that you cannot be always right. All right? Ask question if you need to, not a problem. Okay, everybody? You cannot be always right, but risk management is going to protect you in front of the unpredictable markets. Because the reality is that the market can do what it wants, when it wants, for as long as it wants. And the reality of the financial market is that the market can do, so it's the same quote. This is also an important concept to keep in mind when we trade. Professional traders know that there are no guarantees in the market, and past profits are no guarantee for future profits. Nobody in the world knows 100% where the market is going to go from one day to the next. I mean, nobody can guarantee where the market is going to go, not the next day, also the next second or hour. We all can speculate, but you guarantee, you know, we can't, right? It's simple as that. If it was so easy to predict the markets, everybody would be rich already. Make sense, everybody? I mean, this is common sense. Give me a second, everybody. I believe Bitcoin has arrived. No, I'm just joking. Something's happening with the Bitcoin. The dogs are getting crazy. Something is happening with Bitcoin. Let us see, huh? Just quickly, you know. Crypto Bitcoin. Let us see. Something is happening with Bitcoin. Fibo and Ichi are barking. Yeah, those are my two dogs, Fibo and Ichi. And when something's happening with Bitcoin, they're always crazy and barking, you know? Can you hear them, everybody? Give it a second. Let's see what is happening with Bitcoin. Whoa! Give it a second. Come on, Forex. Oh, it's falling. Weekly candle? I hoped for something better, but okay, it's still alright, not a problem. Let's move forward, everybody. However, statistically we know that the failure rate in trading is 90 to 95%. This means that out of every 100 traders, only 5 to 10 are going to make it. Of course, there are plans, studies, forecasts, but no one can say with certainty that they know where the market is going to go. Does this make sense? You have a need to be right, everybody, and this is making you problems because you are not accepting the risk. And unless you accept the risk, then you're going to have problems of having losers. But I don't want to have losers. You are going to have losing trades, are part of the strategy. Okay, now let me explain to you how this mind trap was programmed, literally programmed in your mind, alright? And tell me if I'm wrong. Open conversation, everybody. Tell me if I'm wrong. The psychological problem of the mind represented here is our subconscious need to be right. All of our life, from when we were children through the adulthood, our beliefs were always built around that what was right and wrong. Especially in school, where we spent most of our time, the teachers and the school system in general were worshipped by the students as the people who were right. If you were right on the test, you scored high. If you were wrong, you suffered the consequences at school and at home. True or not true? Everybody, think about when you were in a primary school or high school or whatever, you know, and you got the bad grade. What happened when you came home? Still Bitcoin? What happened when you got the bad grade? This is all around the world, more or less the same. You came home and then the parents, you know, what was this about? Some crazy motorcycle? Anyway, everybody, you come home with the bad grade and the parents start to yell at you, right? You're grounded, no PlayStation for you, no Xbox, no television for a week. And some of you might even go to bed, some of you might even went to bed in the past without dinner, right? So the school system and the environment out of the trading table, it's programmed and it worships the people who are right. Agreed, everybody? If you're a bank manager, you need to be right. If you're a lawyer, you need to be right. If you're an architect, dentist, pilot, whatever you are, whatever profession you have, they're going to worship you if you are right most of the time. True or not true? Out of the financial markets, out of the trading table, the system, the environment, it's set up to worship and praise people who are right. But this doesn't work in the financial markets, everybody. Boss, what do you mean? Pen and paper again, pen and paper again. Making money in the financial markets has nothing to do with you being right or wrong. See how we, the institutional traders, are groomed differently in thinking and understanding the process. I'm not judging anybody, I'm trying to explain to you. You, the retail trader, you believe that if you are making if you're making some money, or if you have 1, 2, 3 winning trades, you believe that you are doing right, or that your strategy must work. And if you have 2 or 3 losers, you believe that you are doing something wrong, or that the strategy doesn't work. True or not true? You, the retail trader, you think like this. And somebody is yelling at me, of course it's like that. Well, I'm here to tell you, no, it's not. No. Making money in the financial market has nothing to do with you being right or wrong. How is this possible? All of those questions are in the advanced course, Forex course 202, everybody. Okay, but I've been telling you for months, this business, it's not what you think it is. The institutional traders, we were grown differently in understanding the markets. You believe that if you have a winner, that you are the man, right? I know that if I have a winning trade, it's because my strategy has an edge. Whoa! Two completely different concepts, two completely different mindsets. Whoa, right? So if you continue reading, unfortunately the concept of being right does not always work in the markets. As one of the most renowned speakers of the psychology of trading, he is gone now, God bless him, Dr. Van Tarp, explaining his book Trade Your Way to Financial Freedom, what you believe, listen to this everybody, what Dr. Van Tarp was saying, what you believe about value and your reason for believing it may be of highest quality, but if the market does not share your belief, it doesn't really matter how right you are based on your superior reasoning process or what you believe to be the quality of your information. Because prices are going to go in the direction of the greatest force. What you believe about value and your reason for believing it may be of the highest quality, but if the market doesn't share your belief, it doesn't matter how right you are based on your superior reasoning. What does this mean? You might be a lawyer, doctor, Hollywood movie star, accountant, bank manager, you know, very high IQ, but it's worthless because the prices are going to go in the direction of the greatest force. You might be an entrepreneur, you might be a successful entrepreneur, all right? And your ego is inflated, like mine it was too, you know, but no money in the bank, no success as a trader. Everybody, if you are a retail trader, learn this. You are not making the money. And making money, it's not a functionality of you being right. You must learn this, everybody. Isn't that true? The point here is that the concept of right or wrong, as you may traditionally think of them, do not exist in the market environment. This is going to go into the nose of some of you, but it's the truth. And I'm sorry to tell you, but academic credentials, degrees, reputations, even a high IQ do not make you right in this environment as they would in the society. All right? And I know what I'm talking about because I do have student traders who are doctors, lawyers. I have one movie star. No, I'm not going to say, it's privacy. But I have some doctors, lawyers, a movie star. I had a few architects already in my life, you know. Pilots, policemen, military men, what else? Let me think. I have one quantum physics, everybody. All right? And no. See, everybody, you get offended for nothing. Nobody says that this is not important, but those things don't matter in the market. You must get this in the right way. Somebody's yelling at me, you know, on the other streaming platform. So now what? You are telling me that I should even go to school? No, come on. We are just explaining that what you believe about the value and your reason for believing it, it may be of the highest quality, but if the market does not share your belief, it doesn't really matter how right you are based on your superior reasoning. You might think about yourself, oh, I'm super smart, and you could be super smart. Most likely you are super smart. But if the market doesn't share your belief, your high IQ is not going to help you. Does this make sense, everybody? Boss, this is difficult stuff to understand. Yes, I agree. But just try to learn that making money in the market, it's not a functionality of you being right or wrong. That's the key. Price action. Movement creates opportunity to make money, and making money is what trading is all about. It's that simple. As a trader, you have to decide what is more important, being right or making money. Because the two are not always compatible or consistent with another. What is more important, being right or making money? Some of you are saying making money, some of you, but you know, how can you make money if you are not right? See, everybody? Take a screenshot, you know, take a picture of the photo, of the background. When trading is not going well after 5 years, where is a good place to look? See? The need to be right is a major psychological hurdle in trading. It's the one of the big ones, everybody. Retail traders, this is the big one. In our society, in our environment, we are paid and respected when we are right. The market works in a different way. Try to be conscious that your need to be right is based on ego, and decision based on ego rarely work out well. So this is you speculating. Make sense? Unfortunately, like it or not, this is the general behavior of a trader who wants to be consciously or subconsciously right when entering the market. I believe I'm going to win. I believe this trade is going to be a winner. Does this make sense? Can you relate to this, everybody? Traders before you have been there, you may be there right now. The sooner you recognize is the sooner you can deal with it. So what we do when we want to be right? We increase our stop loss so as not to be caught by the market just as we are about to be proven right. What happens is dramatically increase our losses. This is the Fibonacci. This is the market. This is you entering into a trade, everybody. This is the correct stop loss. Stop loss goes on the pattern traded. But the market goes against you, and it goes against you. And because you want to be right, what did you do? You move the stop loss from the 4-hour chart to the daily Fibonacci. And the market goes against you. What did you do? What did you do? You moved the stop loss to the weekly Fibonacci. And the market goes against you. Can you relate to this, everybody? Can you relate to this? I did this too. There is no shame, everybody, in admitting, you know, oh yeah, this is me, I'm doing this, or I've been doing this. That's normal. Never forget, you don't need to be ashamed, all right? Because those are programs. Make sense? You've been programmed to react like this. Does this make sense? It's a mind trap, all right, and it's a program. You've been programmed to think like this. Now this program, when you're a 5-year-old kid, 6-year-old, 7-year-old child, 8-year-old, you know, this program, now today you are 30, 40, 50, 60, you are trying to be a trader, and you are doing this by habit. Make sense? Nothing wrong with you, don't bother. Don't judge yourself. We are here to learn. Alright? Alright. That's the attitude. That's the attitude. I like it. Very good. So what do we do when we want to be right? Number 2, we enter into trades doubling down, trying to force the markets to go our way, just to show that we are right. Who's the man? This is the market, and the market is in a downtrend. You know, you buy the market in here, and the market goes down, and the market goes up, and you say, oh, this market's going to reverse, and you buy again, and this market goes down again, and goes back up again, and for the 3rd time you buy again, because you think, oh, this market is going to reverse, and the market goes down again, and goes up again, and you buy again. And I have a good friend of mine, Marcus, who blew his account doing exactly this. Canada JPY went down for 2 straight weeks, and the guy was buying and buying and buying, and I was telling him, why are you doing this? Why are you buying a downtrend? And the guy said, because I know this market is going to reverse. This market must reverse. Well, this market is going to reverse, but not when you say. Makes sense, everybody? And if you don't have enough money in the account, you are going to break the account. Being stubborn, trying to force the market, trying to be right, you are going to burn the account. Mike, what about you? As always, been there, done that too. I'm telling everybody, this is no shame. You're going to see an advanced course, full transparency, totally honest. I did all the stupid things, all the errors, all the mistakes. Make sense? I'm the number one. You don't need to expose yourself. I'm going to expose myself. I did this, not a big deal. So if I can do this, you can do this too, right? if Douglas can do this, and Douglas is cleaning swimming pools, you can do this too. If Julius, a painter, can get funded, you can get funded too. If Yanis, who is a bus driver, school bus driver, can get funded on DarwinX, you can get funded too. But what is the difference between you and the others? Those guys, including me, we cleaned out the 5 mind traps. Does this make sense? It takes some time, but you take on it one by one, like peeling an onion. You take one by one, you take layer by layer. You solve the mind trap number 1, then you go solving the mind trap number 2, then you go solving the mind trap number 3, then you go solve the mind trap number 4, and then you solve another big one, the mind trap number 5. If Douglas can do this, if Yanis can do this, if Marisa can do this, if Stella can do this, yep, we have women too. If Melissa can do this, if Chago can do this, is cleaning swimming pools too, if those guys can get funded and finally become a professional trader, you can become too, but you need to work on yourself. The need to be right, it's a major psychological hurdle, so we talked about this already. So what do we do when we want to be right? Number 3, we refuse to cut our losers when we shoot, hoping that we will eventually be right. Hope, by the way, it's not a valid strategy. Do you hope to make money, everybody? Do you hope? Boss, how can I get your ebook? You get this ebook for free when you come to the Advanced Institutional Trader course. Alright? Otherwise, I believe it's $50 on Amazon, something like this, if I'm not mistaken. Hope it's not a valid strategy. Whoops. Not sure what I did. Alright. The result of this will inevitably be losing a lot more than we should, or all of our money, because we fall into the mind trap of the need of being right all the time. Boss, but isn't this normal to expect our trade to be a winner? Institutional traders don't think like this. You are going to learn in the advanced course. So the answer is no. It's a different mindset, everybody. Make sense? Try to understand this. As much it appears natural and normal to the need to be right is a psychological barrier, it's a habit. This habit can become so natural that we may not even notice when it happens. Did you burn your account without knowing why or how it happened? When you're trying to be right again and again, trying to force the market. You are trying to force the market to go your way. And in the end, what happened? You burned your account without even knowing it. Or when you become aware that something's wrong, it's already too late. You draw down too much. Right? You buy an account, everybody, whatever might be the case, prop firms or not. They allow you to draw down 10% and you draw down 8%. It's game over for you. Again, more about that in the advanced course. Professional traders know that no one is 100% sure about the market. There is no trader in the world that has not suffered losses. The best in the world, the top traders, are only right 70 to 80% of the time. I mean, those numbers are already huge. Of course, this means that 20 to 30% of the time you are wrong. They are wrong too. Our advantage, what can save us, it's risk management, everybody. Part of this management is being prepared for an proactively taking losses when necessary and appropriate. As we are learning in the Forex course 101, some losers are acceptable, some losers are not acceptable. If I'm trading the Fibonacci as the pattern, and if I put the stop loss on the pattern traded, and if the Fibonacci doesn't work, this is an okay loser. You didn't do anything wrong, you obeyed the rules, you traded your strategy. Now you messing with the stop, it's a completely different story. Here you got fired. Why would you fire me, boss? Because your 0.5% risk just became 1% risk. That's why. Does this make sense? If you follow the rules and if you obey the rules, those losers are okay and are acceptable. If you don't follow the rules and you want to be right, the loser might not be acceptable. Bitcoin again? Well, it's falling down. Fibonacci are getting crazy again. Yeah, they have the trading station, you know. Another authority on the subject of trader psychology, Dr. Alexander Elder, I believe he's still alive, explained well in his book Trading for a Living. The inability to accept losses is one of the worst pitfalls in trading. Beginners freeze like deer in the headlights when a loss begins to clean the profits of many good trades. Wow! It is a general human tendency to take profits quickly, but to expect a losing trade to return on our way. Are you doing this, everybody? We talked a lot about this already in the course. You are taking small profits and you are taking big losers. So no money for you end of the year. The moment the desperate amateur gives up hope and does his trade with a terrible loss, his account is very and sometimes irreparably damaged. Isn't that true? Stubbornly holding a losing position will only deepen the wound. Been there, done that too. Losses can take the form of a snowball effect until what initially seemed a bad loss begins to look like a bargain because the current loss is much worse. Finally, a desperate loser accepts the reality and closes the deal, leading to a severe loss. Soon after he closes the trade, the market reverses and comes roaring back. The trader is ready to crush his or her head against the wall. If he or she had persisted, he would have made money. Oh my gosh. I just remembered, 20 years ago, right? You are on a 4-hour chart. That's me on a 4-hour chart. And I want to be right. And the market went down and I moved the stop loss to the daily Fibonacci. And the market went down and up and down. And then I moved my stop loss to the weekly Fibonacci. And then the market kept going down. And I didn't have enough money in the account So I close the trade in here, and son of a... Those are all stories, you know, like 20 years ago. And like the author Alexander Elder says, as soon as I close the trade with the huge loss, it should be 1%, I close the loss with 10%. As soon as I close the trade, then the market start going up slowly. Son of a, you know, sometimes looks like the markets are playing with us, right? Everybody. It looks like, you know, that the market's playing around with you. But the reality, the matter of the fact is this picture. This is the picture that is showing you your enemy. If you are not making it after 5 years, this is with what you should deal with. Not the strategy, not the market, not the company. Does this make sense? After 5 years, you are not learning anything. You should start dealing with this picture. You know? Remember the quote, we found the enemy. Oh, where is it? It's inside us. You are self-sabotaging yourself, everybody. Let's continue. Such reversals happen over and over again because most losers respond to the same stimuli. People have similar emotions regardless of their nationality or education. A frightened trader with sweaty palms and beating heart feels and acts the same way whether he grew up in New York or Hong Kong or whether he had 2 or 20 years of schooling. Isn't that true? Remember that even the best business deals, the best trades can go wrong because of random distribution in the markets. Even the best analysis and the entry setup, even the best trading system or strategy cannot prevent accidents, meaning you are going to have losing trades. Make peace with it, everybody. Anyone who does not admit that he is wrong and who needs help will probably burn their account, will be quiet, will hide the loss, and will fuel the account with new money just to lose the whole money over and over again. I did this too. See, everybody? Those are old stories. I did this too. I want to be right. I broke the account almost, put new money in and back again. Money, I lost money, put new money again. You know, this was me. The reality is that if you cannot make consistent profits for at least 3 consecutive months, and if you do not know how to explain how you made money and how you lost money in a way that the person who does not trade can understand, then you need to practice and study more. The sooner you admit that you are wrong, the sooner things will change for you. Wow, that's a difficult one. That's a difficult one. The sooner you admit that you are wrong on the trade, the sooner things will change for you. The sooner you admit that you are wrong, the sooner you are going to start understand risk. The concept that you need to internalize is that there is nothing wrong with making mistakes. No one is perfect and everyone misses. What is wrong is to not to admit your mistakes. Everybody, I'm an old guy, and if you are 30 plus, you know that nobody's perfect, right? If you do not admit your mistakes, how will you grow? How will you learn? How will you evolve? If you are always right, why would you study, grow, and evolve? That's a good one, huh? That's a good question. If you are always right, why would you study? I'm always right. Why would you grow? Make sense? You would think, oh, I don't need this. You know, I'm telling everybody, go to the Fibonacci mastery, and you say, I don't need this. Of course not. You're always you are always right. Go to the US dollar index. I don't need this. Of course not. You're always right. Why would you? See the irony, everybody? Student traders who are 5 years plus and they are not making it, and I'm telling the guys, come to the Fibonacci mastery, and they said, I don't need this, and I said, of course not, you were always right, why would you? But no money in the bank. And 2025, if you don't grow, is going to be the same as 2024. And 2024, it's exactly the same as 2023. Ouch, you just hurt me, boss. That's the truth, everybody. That's the truth. Isn't that the truth? Alright, everybody, after this beautiful sermon of mine, see you back tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to talk about the mind trap number 3, creating false expectations. Until tomorrow, stay strong and think about this lesson today. Alright, see you tomorrow.